Yan yan tao pa idol. What was your first axe? Just want to know. Okay. My first axe was a classical guitar bought from JB Music. I remember they still had a branch in Makati Cinema Square. And then I learned on that for 6 to 8 months, I guess. I took classical guitar lessons. And then after which I managed to convince my parents to buy me an electric guitar for the band I was in. And that guitar was an SG copy, also bought from JB Music back then. So I guess the copyright and trademark laws weren't as, what do you call it, strict. So yeah, it was a fake SG with a Bigsby style vibrato. So I learned that on that for a while. So those are my two first guitars, my first acoustic and my first electric. They're gone. I don't know where they are. However, for the duration of my career, I've always bought stuff from JB Music. It's a really good company and really supportive of struggling young and starting musicians. Like I mentioned before at the start of this live stream, I change strings every time there's a big gig coming up. The strings on my guitar are a couple of months old. I changed them before the gig in Pasadena opening for Richard Kotzen back in April. They still felt fresh, but I just want peace of mind. So I change every big gig or every time I can't bring a backup guitar. That way everything is fresh. Greg Bogosian of Rock Beach Guitars, hello. Yes, I am using my signature strings. Okay, I don't use anything else as of the moment, so they're really good. I'm glad you like them. It is now available on the Curt Mangan website. So just do a search, Perfecto de Castro signature set, and it will take you to the page where you can order them. Try them out. I really like them. I've been using them for over 10 years now. Is there a way to keep the floating bridge in zero position without the trem stopper? What do you personally do? So during a string change, to keep the bridge level, I do this. Okay. Right now, these are a bunch of coins taped together, just tall enough so that you can slip it under the bridge, under the bolts, so and that way when you loosen the strings don't the bridge doesn't pull back on you. And right now, this is, how much is this? $1.28. So having coins is handy, not just for parking and laundry, but for guitar setup as well. Oh, there's another interesting question. John Michael Paul, do you believe in tonewoods? If so, what is the best wood you like your guitar made of? I answered this question in a previous Facebook Live. It's just probably buried somewhere. But I will say that instead of obsessing about tone woods and what materials a particular guitar is made of, you need to judge the guitar on its own merits, regardless of what wood it uses. Because if you have preconceived notions of what your preferences are, like for example, I don't play mahogany, I only play ash, then you're setting yourself up to miss out on a lot of great guitars that are made of mahogany, and chances are you've just dismissed that guitar without even playing it. So that's my advice. That said, I have a bunch of guitars that are different tone woods. Each one has their own special sound. Like this guitar right now, the Chapman Norseman. This is mahogany and with a quilted maple top, thick quilted maple top. And then the neck is mahogany as well. There will be some people who will say, mahogany neck, it's too soft, or blah, 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 whatever. But this guitar sounds good, and it's got great sustain. That goes to show that not everything you read in internet forums may be accurate. So it's always best to investigate and figure out things for yourself. You know, you can read up on things, do your research, and then find out for yourself if that's something you like. I have a guitar that is which one is it? Like this guitar right here. Okay, this is my Mike Sis PDC Custom. This has a solid swamp ash body with a roasted maple, one-piece roasted maple neck with a ebony insert. I really like this guitar as well. Now, does the ash make this guitar better than my Norseman with the mahogany and maple? No, they're both good guitars. Tone really doesn't matter. I think what matters more is if it looks good. If it looks good, then you'll want to play it, and then you'll want to show it off. And here's another example. This Chapman hot rod, ML1 hot rod, is an ash body, right, with a maple neck and an ebony fretboard. And I really like this guitar as well. Actually, all my guitars, they can all be #1 guitars. I can easily play like complete gigs with any one of them. And each one makes me play a little different while allowing me to play a lot of the same stuff as well. So what's important is you like the guitar, regardless of what it's made of.